After not drinking myself for 7 years but struggling with alcohol for close to a decade, there is something that I've discovered that you must not do if you want to stop drinking alcohol. I have helped hundreds of people stop drinking alcohol in a coaching program. And not only that, but I've helped tens of thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people, stop drinking with this YouTube channel alone. And today I'm going to show you the biggest mistake that you can make. I don't want to sound negative, but I'm almost 100% sure that it can derail you. Listen, this video will be uncomfortable to watch. In essence, I'm going to call you out. But I promise you, if you can make it through to the end of this video, you are going to be in such a stronger position to actually tackle this problem and fix it for good. I've made this mistake in my own life. Pretty much every single person I've spoken to over the past 6 years who's been struggling with alcohol, because I've spoken with literally thousands upon thousands of people on actual phone calls, I've seen this mistake come up time and time again. And believe me, a lot of people aren't going to like this. People from AA won't like this. Anybody that's really struggling, they might not like this, but it's time somebody told you the truth. And very quickly, if you want instant access to a brand new video training that I've just finished showing you how to control alcohol in as little as 48 hours, then click the link in the description. This new method is not about using willpower therapy or AA meetings. It's totally different. I do not publish this video anywhere else online, and it's already changing thousands of lives. So click the link below for instant access. Once you're on the next page, enter your name and email address and your free training will begin. It takes just 7 minutes to watch, but it'll feel like somebody flicks a switch in your brain. And honestly, I'm not sure when I'll start charging for this 7-minute video training. That's how good it is. But whilst it's still available, click the link below, enter your name and email address, and watch that video now. When you stop drinking alcohol, what you must not do is just stop drinking. I'm not going to say that you need to go to meetings for the rest of your life. No, I'm not going to say you need to call yourself an alcoholic, and I'm not going to say that you need to just fight the urge with willpower. What I'm trying to say here is when you stop drinking alcohol, what you don't want to do is make this your big life achievement. And that's rich coming from somebody who teaches people how to stop drinking. This channel's name is Sober Leon. But I don't see stopping drinking as an achievement at all. I don't even know when I stopped drinking. It was about 7 years ago to this day. I can't even remember because I don't care. And that's not from a place of arrogance. Let me explain the thought process so you don't go and make this mistake. If you make stopping drinking the big focus of your life, the big achievement of your life, what you're essentially saying to yourself is that you've done something hard. Now, during the 10 years that I did struggle with alcohol for, I felt this way. Every time I stopped drinking alcohol, it's like a badge of honor. I didn't drink. Hooray, good for me. And on the surface, it doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with this. But if we can unpack it and go a little bit deeper, you'll start to see where this idea breaks down. And again, this video might be a little bit harsh, but trust me, if you make it through to the end, there is another way for you to do things. But if stopping drinking alcohol feels like an achievement, then you must feel in some way like you've overcome a struggle, a fight, a battle. And the thing is as well, is society actually loves these kind of stories. When I started SoberClear, when I started helping people stop drinking alcohol, all I did was share my story on the internet. I shared my journey of not drinking alcohol for 1 year, and here I am 6 years later, now 7 years without a drink. And me sharing my story, I got a lot of validation from it. I got a lot of views, a lot of traffic, a lot of positive comments. But let me be clear about something. When I shared that video, when I made the video about not drinking alcohol for 1 year, I did something completely different to most people. That first year that I didn't drink for, I didn't really tell anybody. I had one close friend that I told. I might have told my family, but I even had a friend. I told him, dude, I've not drank for a year. I've just posted this video on YouTube. And he looked at me and he's like, I didn't even know you had a problem. See, I was very good at hiding things and keeping it secret. But what happened 7 years ago is there was such a shift in my thinking where the illusion of alcohol adding value to my life, it just evaporated. And for the first time in my life, I saw alcohol with 100% clarity. I saw it without any conditioning, any idea of it being a good thing, and I saw it for what it actually is. Because just think about it. At its core, what is alcohol? It's poison. It's a drug. It's something that does absolutely nothing for anybody. The problem is that as a society is we don't see it that way. We don't see it the same way that we see marijuana, LSD, crack cocaine. We don't see it that way. Society gives it a pass. But once I saw alcohol for what it is, it became the most logical choice that I'd ever made to stop drinking it. But the difference this time is that because I'd felt like this switch got flicked in my mind, I felt no desire to go and proclaim that I've stopped drinking alcohol and look at me and hey, go Leon. No, because actually what ended up happening is the first person that I told looked me dead in the eyes and he went, here we go again. And I thought, do you know what? I don't need your validation. I don't need to tell anybody what I'm doing here. all I'm gonna do is stop drinking alcohol and get busy with my life. See, during the 10 years that I drank for, I always had goals. I had goals for business, for health and fitness, for relationships, but I would never make progress on those goals. But this time, because I knew I wasn't going to drink again, the self-confidence came back, the energy came back, the clarity came back, and I just started taking so much action. So after 1 year, I'd learned about YouTube, I'd started another business, I was freelancing, I was building all of these skills, and not once did I think about drinking. In fact, my soon-to-be wife, who I'm about to marry, the first thing I did when I met her was buy her a beer. I didn't drink, I didn't care, she wanted a beer, so what? I went to Thailand, I'd go out in Bangkok, I'd have a friend from London coming to visit Bangkok. They're going out for beers. I'm still hanging out with them. I didn't care. Something had changed in my worldview. See, when I failed to stop drinking alcohol, I made stopping drinking the focus of my life. Now, this might sound a bit like a contradiction, given my career, given my work, given my coaching company, but when I meet people in person, I never bring up conversations about struggles of not drinking because I don't have any. But the two things that you need to do instead of just making stopping drinking the focus of your life is number one is actually reframe the way that you view alcohol. That is the foundation of all of this, is actually changing your paradigm. But the second thing you do is, rather than make stopping drinking alcohol this big grand achievement, is define what it is that you want in your life. Maybe for you it's better health, more money, better relationships. I don't know. So instead of making stopping drinking the focus of your life, make this stuff the focus of your life. So instead of looking back at your life in 6 months and feeling stagnant, yeah, sure, you might not have drank for 6 months, but nothing's changed. What you want to do is be able to look back at your life and then go, whoa, the version of me 6 months ago compared to who I am now is totally different. I'm fitter, I'm healthier, my energy's better, I've got more money than I've ever had in my life. My wife, my husband, they're falling back in love with me. My children, they're all looking up to me again. But you don't get there by stopping drinking. You get there by making the future the focus. And this is exactly what I help people do in my coaching program. If you want information on that, you can go to soberclear.com, or if you click the link down below, you can actually apply for the program and book a free consultation.